Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It is a beautiful sunny day here in New Jersey, and it's about 7 degrees outside. No, actually it's like 31, but with the wind chill, which is what always gets us in New Jersey, they say it feels like 7. I say it feels like 0, but whatever. So, as promised, and as you can see by the title, we're going to talk about patterns today. Now, I did go to Goodwill, and I did find some stuff, but they weren't patterns. And that's going to have to be a different video because they were vintage jigsaw puzzles. I mean, 1920s, 1930s. I can tell because the boxes, the design of the boxes is different. The graphics is that lovely deco graphics. But they're so interesting, we should look at them separately. So we'll do a whole nother thing about them. So today, I'm going to show you some of the patterns I got. I am reserving all the 1940s cut and uncut patterns to show you guys because they're just so fabulous. They need more time than I can give them in 15 minutes or whatever here. So I think I'm going to do a live stream with them because I really want to look at them. Like I really want us to look at them because they're so amazing. And in with that are some cut patterns that happen to be from 70s, 60s, 80s. I probably won't even go over them. I'll show you. I'll tell you what. Just so you don't feel gypped, I'll show you what I'm talking about. In with the 1940s patterns, there was a bunch of this stuff, which I get. This is, and I love this. This is cut. May not be worth anything. Might be keeping this one, right? Look at those hats. Stuff like this. So it's fine, but this is all stuff that I now have to go through and go over, and it's a pain in the butt. No, and here's one I dropped on the floor, which is for kids, right? You know how I feel about that. So when I go through the 1940s patterns, I'm going to show you the uncut, the cut, and then anything else that's kind of cut, because I have the cut over here in a box, that is from, I don't know, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. I'll also show you those. But for today, I'm going to show you the non-1940s uncut patterns that I got in that great, amazing pattern haul. And before we even start, I have to show you guys this. When I went to Goodwill today, one of the guys that's always in there picking, if you don't know what a picker is, it's a person that goes to Goodwill and picks through the stuff, looking for good stuff, like me. He was in there, and he had bought this little sewing. It wasn't even a sewing kit. He bought it because there was a tool in it he wanted, and I don't know what this tool was. He showed it to me. I don't know what it was. It opened up. It almost looked like a Swiss Army knife, but it was some kind of a tool. Basically, someone had taken a tackle box and they had thrown thread, sewing stuff, tools, like a measuring tape, but like not a sewing measuring tape, like one for like someone that does construction, stuff like that. Throw it in a box and send it to Goodwill, and he bought it. But he saw this, and he said, Is that like a pin cushion? I'm like, that is the best kind of pin cushion. That is a pin cushion that goes on your arm. And he says, you can have it if you want it. And there was a zipper in there, and he gave me a zipper. It's just a white zipper with a plastic zip. So it's nothing to write home about, but right? Can we see this? Isn't that awesome? When I take the picture for the thumbnail, I'll put this on top so you guys can get a really close look at it. But I love it. Look at it. And it's probably homemade. It's so super cute. Isn't it cute? And I had wanted one of these. I was going to make the one that Gertie has on her website where she shows you how to make one, but I never got around to it. So there we go. Go up here with my pins. All right. So let's get these patterns underway. So I'm going to start with the patterns that are uncut and they're new and blah, blah, blah. So here's one of the first ones, which I want to make sure you guys can see this shot because I know I'm really bad at showing you guys these patterns. And look at the line drawings, but look at this. Very Mad Men. And I think I looked at this and it was like 2007, so it's exactly a Mad Men pattern. Oh, this is the pattern. Remember I said there was a new pattern and I put it right up on Etsy? I put this right up on Etsy because these booty things, this pattern sells for like 10 bucks. I was like, all right, whatever. There was another one of these. Here's the funny thing. I already have one of these. Now I have two, and there's no actual line drawings on this one. And then this Better Homes and Gardens, I haven't even listed this yet. It's for these baskets and like the hat boxes. Very throwback to 1980s, late 80s, early 90s, right? So that's like falling apart, so I put it in plastic. Let me take a sip of my tea. Now, there were a ton of bridal patterns, so let's just start. Here's one right here. So this is for the veil, the gloves, the little purse that you carry that you put the checks in when people give you money, stuff like that. No idea if it's worth anything. This was kind of fabulous. I think I looked this up and this was actually worth a fair amount of money. So that'll be going up next. More veils. More veils. And let me see. This veil kind of looks like the one my friend wore when she got married in 1989. This, which is just so classic. The funny thing about this is this looks very 70s to me, but this pattern is from 90 something. But doesn't this look very 70s to you? It does to me. Oh, here we go. The prom dress that every girl wanted, right? And again, more veils, more accessories, whole 9 yards. Oh, and this next one I saw and got very excited because, you know, look whose name is on it, right? But I looked it up. It's a $6 pattern. It's not worth a fortune. It's a pretty dress, though. You know, very throwback 1950s with the toile down here and everything. Very nice. This was really pretty. And I think I looked up the date on this, and even though it says millennium, it's from 2005 or something. It's not even from 2000 or 99 or whatever. So it's kind of funny. Okay, so get ready. Now we're going into the good stuff, the real vintage. Losing my voice. So of course we have a vintage apron pattern. And sorry, there's going to be glare on these, but I immediately put these in wrapping because I didn't want them to get damaged. Oh, and then look at these. And these are all factory folded. They're in just, and even though I put these in paper, in the, not paper, in the plastic, I did that because because I like to protect them, but they were so well cared for. They are in absolutely beautiful shape. I love this one too. It's got all the lengths. You can do the different styles. Got a vintage kids pattern. Very cute. You know, I'm sure, I know that there's a vintage sewing for kids Facebook page, so I'm sure there's people that like to sew these vintagey things for their kids, and maybe even the kids are requesting them. Oh, 1960s. Isn't that gorgeous? 2 lengths on the sleeve. Or no, not 2 lengths on the sleeve. Oh, it's only 1 length on the sleeve. Okay. And now we go straight into the 70s. Very cool looking. More 70s. These are all the Jiffy. This is when you started to see Simplicity had all these Jiffy knits patterns because, you know, polyester double knit, which by the way, if you need some, if you want to make this and you need the fabric, I have the fabric. This was interesting. This is a reproduction of an archive 1952 pattern, like it says up here. Yeah, 1952 pattern. And it's just basically a baby's layette. It's very cute. I don't know how into this kind of stuff people are anymore. And then another, this has some discoloration on it, but look at that. Where I'm not even sure if that's discoloration. I'm wondering if they're trying to show it in an ivory as opposed to a white. Vintage, very 70s. This is very much reminds me of like what people were wearing when they got married in the 70s. It's really quite lovely. And then this very little odd thing. They're belt patterns, and they're like this one's made from ultra suede, and I think this one they said naugahyde, which I haven't heard the phrase naugahyde in a million years. But so that was it. Like I said, I am going to show you the other patterns, which are the majority of which are 1940, and then I'll throw in any patterns that are cut that are from other decades. But I'm going to have to do it as a live stream because there have to be at least 30 patterns, and they're, like I said, majority from 1940, some are from the 50s, a couple from the 70s, and then like the ones I showed you that were modern, that were in the plastic. But I want to give them the time they deserve, and I don't want to feel like I have to race against the clock filming a video and then uploading a video, because you know how many times my my phone cuts me off because I run out of time. And as far as the puzzles, I'll have to do them in a different, I'll probably do them in a live stream too, because they're interesting. A lot of them don't have pictures on the cover, which I think is weird that you would buy a puzzle, but I guess, I don't know. I mean, they had names like A Day in the Country and things like that. And then the older ones from the 40s and 50s, they have pictures, but the ones from the 30s and the 20s are just like a cardboard box, and it has a name on it and the name of the Jigsaw company, and then like the name of whatever the picture is going to be. And a couple of them say fine art, but then the picture, the name of the picture on the side, to me is like, I've never heard of this painting, so is it actually fine art? Like, I don't, you know. And they are in incredible shape. They almost look unused, because you know how if you've ever done a jigsaw puzzle, they get a little bendy around the edges, you know, from prying them in and out. These are completely flat and they look brand new. So anyway, you know, I bought them in big bags for like $4 and $5, and now I'm going online and finding that most of them, even the cheapest ones, sell for $10, $12. So I guess I'll be adding puzzles to my repertoire of items on Etsy, but I just couldn't let them go into the landfill. You know how I am about that. And I knew they were vintage as soon as I saw them. So yeah, anyway. So until my next video, like, subscribe, let me know what you think of these patterns, like this. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Stay warm, stay well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.